Hey all, welcome back. In this session, we are going to discuss about the next data structure, which is tuple. So as we have already seen that how the lists are working in Python, which is the basic data structure. Now we are going to do something with tuple. Now this is also a collection of objects separated by commas, but as you have seen in list that those are separated by commas with the help of this bracket, this is list. In tuple those will be separated with commas but with the help of this one. This is what is tuple. As you have seen in list that lists are mutable in nature. That means you can change the list, but tuples are immutable. Okay, otherwise indexing, slicing are same as list. Removing individual tuple is not possible because it is immutable. So adding is not possible. Then how the remove will possible? Then very obvious. Okay, so this is what about tuple. Sometimes tuple is called immutable list. This is the only difference with list. Okay, let us go to Jupyter and see how tuples are working. Okay, so come here to create a tuple. Again you can create an empty tuple with the help of, suppose t is equal to this bracket, it will create an empty tuple. But hold on guys, you can't add any elements into this empty tuple after creating, because as I already discussed that you can't change anything into the tuple which is immutable. Okay, so you can create an empty but you can't add anything, because as you have seen that in list there are some methods are there with the help of which you can add something into the list or something like that, but you can't do those here because it is immutable. So you can create an empty tuple but you can't add anything into those. Okay, so suppose I want to create tuple with some values directly. How can I do that? Simply whatever you have done in list like that you can do also here. Only keep in mind this bracket will be used, parenthesis, and any type of values can be used like this. Anything you can use. Okay, so if you run this now and if you print t1, it will give you something like this. But indexing, slicing are same as list, as I already told. Suppose t of 1 which will give you 1.4, 1 index. Even suppose t1 of suppose -1 which will give you the last value. Even slicing will also be same, 1 colon suppose 5. It will start from first index, it will goes up to fourth index. Okay, all these things, even negative indexing, negative slicing, suppose -4 colon -1, it will print in the reverse order. Okay, so all these things will be okay, but whatever you have seen in list, that suppose at 2 position Moshita is there, I want to change it to suppose some any other name like Arnav. Suppose I want to change these things to Arnav, this will not possible. Tuple does not support the item assignment. This is the difference. This is the thing that your tuples are actually immutable in nature. Okay, and as it is immutable in nature, you can't get any methods like add or remove or something like that. If you just call this t1 dot, then if you press tab, you will get only two methods. One is count and another is index, which you have already seen in list also. But in list you have seen many other methods also, those are not present here. So only two methods are present for tuple, count and index. Count, you already know that count will count how many times this value occurred into your tuple. For example, suppose I have given 1.4, so it will give you 1 because it is present only 1 times. If it presents 2 times, it will give you 2. It is counting how many times this is present. And index also you have seen whatever you have seen in the list, same. Suppose index of even 1.4 I am giving, which will give you 1. This is the 1.4 values index is 1. Give any other value, like suppose Moshita. This is the index of Moshita. Okay, any other functions which are Python normal functions, those are applicable, like t1, length of t1 is 5, even max. These are the functions which you can apply on tuple, list, or anywhere. Max is not supported, just like in list, because there is a string is already there. So maximum among this collection of string and these things is not possible, otherwise it will be okay. If you are creating another tuple with suppose t2 with only integer or numbers like that, then max is also possible here. Maximum of this. Okay, so these are the functions, Python functions, which can applicable to tuple, and only methods are count and index which are applicable to tuple, and this is immutable in nature. This is the main thing. Okay, so this is a very simple concept done with the tuple. Next, coming to our next topic, which is dictionary. Third data structure: list, tuple, then dictionary. It is an unordered collection of values. It is an unordered collection of values used to store the data in key value pair. So it is a little bit different from other two till now, whatever you have seen. Others are storing the values in a normal manner, maybe inside this bracket or maybe inside that bracket, that is different thing, but in a normal manner. But your dictionaries are not going to store the values in this manner. They are going to store the values in a key value pair. Now what is key value pair? Whenever you are storing the list, suppose inside this list you have passed one value like 5.1 or something like that, so it has an index 0, this has an index 1. So whenever this list is storing in the memory of your machine, then it will take some indexes 0, 1, 2 like that. Whenever we are talking about the dictionary, dictionaries are not taking this type of indexes, rather they are taking some concept of key value pair. For each key there will be a value, and the keys will also be given by you only. This is something like if you compare with the logarithm. Whenever you have seen that there is a logarithm table is there, where we will get a logarithm value, suppose log 10, there is a some value, log 11, there is a some value, that type of things. Log 10 is the key, and that suppose 1 is the value, or log 2 to the base e or to the base 10, whatever, but log 2 is some value, log 3 has some value, like that. So log 2, log 3, these are the keys and those are the values. Something like that also can be used for the data structure, means whatever data structure you are using, those data structure can be stored in a key value pair at the computer's memory also. For this you have to write what you have to use. First of all, this curly braces, and inside the curly braces you have to first of all write the key, then you have to put a colon. It is written here, see, you have to put a colon, and then you have to put v, value, v means value. And after that, this is the first one, key 1, value 1, then you have to put a comma. This is the first value will be stored with this key. Then you have to put the second key, which is key 2, suppose colon v2. This is the second value with the key. So in the dictionary, inside this curly braces, you have to put the key value pair, and any number of values you can put. Okay, so this is the basic concept of dictionary. Now how to create a dictionary? See, already I have shown you with the help of these braces separated by commas, with the help of the key value, this one. You have to create a dictionary. Now this line is important, be very careful about this last point. Values in a dictionary can be of any data type. Whatever value you are going to use, that can be of any data type. That may be number, that may be string, that may be other data type, anything, and can be duplicated. Means suppose in one value I have written Moshita, second time again I have written Moshita. Yeah, duplication possible. Whereas keys can't be repeated and must be immutable. Means keys, only the keys. Immutable means non-changeable. That means keys you can't change. and can't be repeated also. Suppose first time you have used a key as 1, so second time you can't use a key as 1 again. This is a rule, but values can be anything. Okay, now let us see first of all how to create a dictionary. After that I am coming to some other functions also. So go here, first of all create a dictionary. Now if you want to create a blank dictionary, again only this will be sufficient. This will create a blank dictionary. If it is a blank dictionary, inside this some functions are there. For example, update. Update is a function, not add, remember. Update is a function with the help of which you can add element into the dictionary. Let's go to again PPT and see this one. Update a dictionary by adding a new entry or a key value pair. See, update means actually adding a new entry with a key value pair. So don't think that no, that should be add. No, adding and updating are same with the help of the update. So if you want to add right now, how to update, that is the different thing. If you want to add right now, you have to use update. So I want to add something, suppose inside update you have to put a key value pair like this. So suppose my keys may be anything, as I already told you. So suppose my key is 20 colon, suppose my value is my name. If you run this, now you print D, you will get this one. You want to add more, D dot, again update, again a key value pair. Suppose the next key is 100. Keys may be anything, values may also be anything. Suppose the next value is something like this. Now if you print D, you are getting. So this is the first value with this key, this is the second value with this key. Like that it will continue if you do update, update and update. Like this it will continue. Now what is exact update means? Update means, suppose the 20 key is already there. So suppose I am giving here 20 colon and I am passing suppose something like this value. Now what will happen? Just see. Now your key which was 20 and the value for this 20 key was Moshita, now has been changed to this one. This is what is update. That means whenever you are getting same key, whenever your update function is getting the same key, it will update the previous one with this new value. But if your update function getting a new key, it will add this element at the end of the dictionary. Okay, this is written in PPT also. See, updating existing value in a dictionary can be done using the update function. To access the element, put key inside this one. This is how you can access the element. These are different methods. I am showing you one by one this type of methods with example. Okay, so coming back to here, if you want to access any element, suppose from this dictionary, you have to write the keys inside this, then you can get the value. Dictionary name, then inside this bracket you have to put the key so that you will get the value. This is how you can access. Because there is no index, there is no slicing, remember. Because slicing is based on totally indexing. There is no index for the dictionary. The dictionary is actually dealing with the keys. So there is no index. So as there is no index, slicing is also not possible. But if you want to fetch one value only, you can get by something like this. Now if you ask me, then if okay fine, if slicing is not possible, then suppose I need some values at a time, more than one value at a time, what to do? There are many options with the help of the methods. For example, there is a method called keys, which will give you the list of keys only. There is another function called values, which will give you values only. Only the values. These are only the keys of D dictionary. These are only the values of D dictionary. There is another function called get, and it is giving an error saying that get expected at least one argument. So let me show you one thing. Suppose I forgot what this get will do. Suppose you forgot what this get will do. Now you just call suddenly this get method and it is showing an error. Now you want to know what the get function is actually doing. For this there is an option inside get bracket open bracket close. You have done go inside this one, just bring your cursor inside this parenthesis and in your keyboard press shift tab. You will get the some information about this particular function from Jupyter notebook, and I am finding that it is a built-in function or method, and inside this you have to pass some argument so that it will give you the values. Means you have to give here the key at least. Suppose get, and inside this you have written 20, it will give you the value of the key 20, or maybe you have put 100, it will give you the value of 100 key. Okay, this is what is get. And some more functions are there. For example, like there is a function copy. From this you can understand that what copy will do. Copy will copy one dictionary to another. Very simple. If suppose I am written D1 equal to like this. Now D1 and D will be same. Copy. Okay, and as I can add or update the elements into the dictionary, so obviously you can understand that it is also an mutable, because you are changing, you are updating. That means you can remove also. So let's see whether remove is also there or not. So remove, suppose whether remove is a function or not. So if you press again these things in list portions, I already told you that suppose write down the dictionary name dot, then press only tab. This will give you different functions of dictionaries only. All these things you have seen. Items can also, you can run these items. It will give you the items of the dictionary in a list format. This is a list. Okay, the items in the dictionary in a list format. This is a list, not in a dictionary format. Be very careful. Okay, I can give something like suppose pop, which you know previously you have seen. Pop means deleting. So there is no remove actually. Just see whether there is any remove. No. RE, and I am pressing tab. Nothing is coming. That means there is no remove function in dictionary. So there is a pop function in dictionary which will, you already know what it is doing. It will, but now here it is asking some arguments. That means only pop will not work in dictionary, remember. So you have to give the key. Simple. Suppose I have given 100, it will delete the 100 key from your dictionary. Now you print your D. Done. There is another function pop item. Now this pop item is deleting the last value from the dictionary. By default, pop item will delete the last key value pair, obviously last key value pair from the dictionary, and pop will delete a particular value from the dictionary. Okay, this is the basic concept how the dictionary and the tuples are working. Okay, now in the next video we are going to see how set are working, and also we will see some programs on tuples and dictionary. Okay everyone, thank you so much for watching.